Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Director Watch, an AwardsWatch podcast that attempts to get inside the mind of cinema's greatest auteurs, explore what drives them, and maybe we go on a few unrelated tangents along the way. I'm Ryan McQuade, the executive editor here at AwardsWatch, and joining me, as always, is my co-host, Jay Ledbetter.
Ryan, we're talking Lincoln. Presidential assassinations are the main feature of the episode today.
Whoa.
So we are, of course, kicking off our Steven Spielberg miniseries with we're cutting right towards the end.
Yeah.
We're starting with Lincoln.
Could you imagine, by the way, I know that this is a bit, but could you imagine if we did a Steven Spielberg series and we started at Lincoln?
I think that'd be pretty good.
You think so? What would the films be? It would be Lincoln, The Post, right?
Got a BFG in there somewhere.
BFG. I know there's Ready Player One. And then it would be like, what, Fablemans?
I mean, you got Fableman. There's more in there. He's been cooking.
Bridge of Spies.
All right. Let's just do a Bridge of Spies solo episode. Just a Bridge of Spies episode for no other reason.
I've come around on
how much it rocks.
I come around on it. The movie rules.
Yeah.
I love that movie. God, when he's like, he's got that cold the whole time, and he's trying to unite the world.
I mean, it rules.
Do we undervalue Tom Hanks? Do we have enough time to go on that tangent?
Look, I've been having the debate about whether or not we talk about World War II enough, like 3 times a week.
Yeah, that is very true. That is very true. But no, Jay, what are we here to talk about today?
We're talking about the second Hughes Brothers film, Dead Presidents.
That is correct.
A controversial, polarizing movie.
Yeah, a very interesting second feature for the Hughes Brothers, that's for sure. Following up the success of their celebrated debut, Menace to Society. Jay, at the time we're recording this, you're a sleepy guy. You're coming back.
Yeah, my body clock is completely screwed up. Got back from Europe yesterday as we're recording this.
So, to be clear, you did not go there to do your research about the fact that World War II is under discussed. You went there for other reasons, correct?
That was a fun little side effect of the trip, getting to litigate that with the various
Did you really litigate that with people?
So I was there for 2 weddings, and yeah, I litigated it with at least a half dozen people.
And I've got to ask this because she's the most important person in the household and went with you on this trip. What did your wife think about you doing that?
Dude, she is so sick of me. Like it is. There is no time that she is less a fan of mine than when I am around people who think I'm funny.
Oh, you're like, well, I think you're funny, but she loved when I came over and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that was a special circumstance, and I was chopping it up.
Well,
I was getting after it. I was just doing all the bits. I was killing it, and she's like, "I'm gonna go hang out with other people."
Well, it's because I provide the balance back to not let you do that like I do on the show. So
sure, no, that's true.
But also, my humor
Performer Jay was out.
Yeah. Well, you can't be performer with me because
he was killing it,
man. Well, you do have a great performer bit, monologues, tangents within you. But I didn't
also
know.
had the aux at the wedding in France. Like for every gathering, I had the aux. That's stressful.
They gave you the aux cord.
They did, and
which, by the way, no Bluetooth.
Well, that's the Bluetooth. But
okay. Well, so
I was using what people say. You know,
you were using what. Nobody says aux cord.
The vernacular.
Anymore. Is that the
No, yeah. Give me the
So
aux.
wait a minute. You're saying the vernacular is
as shorthand for I want to be in charge of playing the music.
Okay. But even though we've pretty much phased those out of existence.
Correct.
That's still the phrase.
Well, I mean, the place where it most often comes up is cars, and there are certainly cars that still use them.
Well,
I still use one in my car.
You still use one in your car?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't. I use something revolutionary called Bluetooth.
Interesting.
And I don't know if that's hit the shores of Atlanta.
Is it in the car or is it one of those third party devices that you connect to?
What do you mean? Third party
Not
devices.
every car
I know you're
now.
not joking with me right
I'm
now.
not.
I
Every
know.
car basically has Bluetooth phone calls now, but not all of them can play music through Bluetooth.
Um, well, not to spill out what I drive on the show, but I drive a Toyota RAV4 and it has Bluetooth
Ooh
to
la
the
la.
car. I know, all right, fancy. Please, you drive a probably a fancier car than I do. Um, and I've been in it. It's nice. Um, I think it's just I mean, I don't have to connect to anything. It's just Bluetooth from the phone to the car. So I can do calls through it and I can do my music through it. Now, if I want to connect to like the Apple, what is it, like the Apple
CarPlay.
CarPlay, then I have to put the cord in, which is how I also charge the cord. Is that
Ryan McQuade, proud member of the bourgeoisie, playing music through Bluetooth in his car. The
I'm sorry.
truth is revealed.
Jay still has the iPod Nano
Yep.
and is using it. Okay, so what did you play? Like what was the music that you played for the
Well,
people of France?
there's a different vibe for every
Yeah.
event, you know?
Okay.
So,
So Creed?
yeah, mostly Creed. It's just
Yeah.
which Creed album do you want to listen to
Well, there's
at a
only four,
given
so
event?
you only got
Yeah.
four
So
options.
there's Wedding Ceremony,
Yeah.
Rehearsal
I
Dinner.
told you that story, right?
No.
About a friend of mine who friends
Oh,
of my
the ultimate proposal.
no, it wasn't a proposal. It was a mom and a
Oh,
son
no, I've not heard this.
dance at a wedding that they went to, and I don't know what you and your mom picked for a song,
I
but
don't think I remember.
do you? Oh well, sorry, Jay's mom out there, he didn't remember. But they did a mother son dance to "Arms Wide Open" by Creed. So and
And that's love.
totally one of the most diabolical things
That's
they
love.
said they've ever seen. Yeah, it's a choice, is what it is. But you know, it it wasn't probably the right choice. But it was for them, I guess. But anyway, well, that's good. Was the food good?
Food was good.
Okay.
The food scene in Europe is definitely different. Don't want a charcuterie board for a long time.
Oh man. Yeah,
Got my fill of those.
they fucking love that shit. Like they'll
They
eat that
love a
breakfast lunch
charcuterie
tonight.
board.
They love to
S-
also just let you wait. You don't you have to ask for the check. They're not gonna bring it to you.
no,
You
yeah,
can just stay there
there's
all night if you want.
several. I was going through the biggest cultural differences in Europe with some folks on a bus as well.
Hmm.
Tip slash waiter culture is a huge one.
Yeah, they don't tip, right?
Bathroom culture, huge.
What do you mean?
Um,
They don't have bathrooms there?
they don't prioritize bathrooms. Like
Oh,
public bathrooms are barely a thing. Sometimes you have to pay to go to the bathroom.
oh wow.
Genderless bathrooms.
Well, that's okay. That's fine.
Um,
Yeah,
with
they're
like
not. They don't have like.
every bathroom has a little like a room, you
Oh,
know.
okay.
So
What do you mean like a room?
like it's its own little. It's not just a stall. It's like a room,
Oh, like what? With
like
like
a
a.
small room.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Do you
But
wish
then
that
because of
was
that,
here?
it's like, you know, it's a free for all in the bathroom. Although I
Oh,
will say, from just like a politeness perspective,
mm-hmm.
women's and men's bathrooms should probably be separated.
Why?
Men are disgusting,
No,
vile creatures.
that's true. That is true. We are terrible people.
Yeah.
We are the worst in general. That's not fair to them. It's
Water
really
culture,
what
they don't drink
about
water.
they don't drink water?
No,
They do drink water. What are you
they
talking
do
about?
not.
They drink bottled water? Did you do a lot of did you do a lot of sparkling?
They so rarely drink water.
Really?
It's so much different than America. I mean, in America, everybody's got a freaking Stanley in their hand at all times.
That is true.
You don't
Everybody
see anybody with anything in their hands in Europe.
Are you a Stanley guy? Do you have one of those?
No, I'll just drink out of just a like a
Just a
tumbler.
cup?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think those people that carry those things around, it's like, who are you trying to impress? Like I'm gonna get my water in for the day. Like
Yeah.
it's, I'll get it at a restaurant. Like also just lugging that thing around seems like a lot, you know?
Drinking culture,
What do you mean?
significantly different there.
They actually drink?
No, they drink responsibly.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like nowadays the youth they don't want to
Yeah,
drink.
apparently people don't drink anymore.
I think that's
That's what they're
stupid.
saying.
Can I say that?
You think
Is
it's
that
stupid?
can I say that as my controversial thing? It's stupid. It's dumb.
Smoking culture, different, obviously.
Well, yeah, they like to smoke. Yeah,
They like to
they
smoke.
like to smoke whatever they can get their hands on. That's totally fine.
Yeah, the
You know?
French don't eat, they just smoke and
And eat cheese. No, they do eat cheese. Give them credit.
the
Bread.
root.
The bread's different, right, buddy?
The bread, yeah, I mean, like
Bread's
scientifically, the bread is
bread is
different.
better. Yeah. There's certain things they
It's
just don't have.
it's an interesting place.
Did you? But you had a fun time.
I had a great time.
Yeah. Now, I asked you this in text, but I want it on the record. Did you miss
Mhm.
me?
Missed you so much, man.
But
Um,
you missed the kid more.
Missed, yes, Ryan, I did miss my child more than I missed you. That is
Well,
true.
I mean, I've known you longer than your child, to be fair. So
Facts.
I mean, bros before kids. That's
That
what the new
just
phrase is coming out.
speaks to his efficiency.
Yeah. Well, it's also because you live with him every day. That's an unfair
That's
advantage.
true.
But I leave a lasting impression that's lasted 8, going on 9 years.
No doubt
So,
about it.
yeah. So,
No doubt about it. But I
would
did
you
miss
take him
my
to the
my kid
airport?
more.
Don't think so. Would you take me to the airport? You did.
Yeah,
There
I've
you
flown
go.
with Jet, what, 3 or 4 times now.
How was that? Was that a good experience?
He's a good flyer.
That's good.
I'm proud to say.
Does he use the hot towel?
Of course. He's
Yeah.
not a heathen.
Yeah. Well, he's
Should
from.
we talk about a movie that doesn't mention Europe at all?
I was going to ask, do you want to talk about dead presidents? Because last week
Talk about Asia. We can talk about
we could talk about a lot of
America.
things. There's a lot of things. Yeah. We really need to get all that Europe out of your system so you didn't
Yeah.
bring it up in the show. Because we're here to talk about America. We're talking about here American filmmakers. And we're here to talk about Dead Presidents, 1995.
Never seen it before.
Never seen it either, buddy. This is a first time viewing for myself. Jay, how would you say that following up a pretty successful, culturally relevant film like Menace to Society, what do you think these guys would do next? Do you think that they would play it safe or do you think that they would double down?
I mean, you don't you don't watch Menace to Society and then go, oh, they're probably gonna do like I don't know, like a Something's Gotta Give inspired movie next.
Whoa,
Kind of
whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey,
take it
whoa,
real
whoa,
easy,
whoa. Fucking
let their foot off the gas a little bit.
fucking shots fired on Something's Gotta
That
Give.
is not shots fired at. All right,
Diane
how about
Keaton literally just passed away, and you're taking shots at Something's Gotta Give on this
look?
podcast.
Something's Gotta Give is better than any movie the Hughes brothers have ever made.
Well,
Okay,
that's spoiling, I think, a little bit of this series, but that's also an unfair bar to reach. Something's Gotta Give is
let
one of the
me
great films of all time.
rephrase.
Thank you. I'm gonna let you reset yourself.
I don't watch Menace to Society and then think to myself, oh, these guys are going to probably go for like a repo or not a repo man, Encino Man thing.
Oh, okay, that's
I
better.
even messed it up that time too. Hold on, let me get it a third time.
Okay,
I
third time.
don't
Let's
watch
go.
Menace to Society and think to myself, well, maybe with the next one, the Hughes brothers will have more of a, Uncle Buck kind of
Okay.
angle. But
Well, that's just again mean to Uncle Buck, but
Uncle Buck is whatever.
it's fine. No, I think you're right, and I think that it's a very interesting follow up film for sure because it honestly continues the trajectory of
It's a
where they
swing.
were, and it's a swing. And honestly, for a sophomore feature, it's a hell of a swing to take,
Yeah.
and it's kind of an epic, but yet it feels very independent. And there were a lot of films that when I was watching this, and we'll talk about it, just like some films that I was pulling that have come out over the last like 10 years that I was pulling from this, being like, damn, this movie kind of weirdly feels influential at times for certain things, but then also it's borrowing a lot of structures from other films as well too. It's a very interesting film. Jay, I want your thoughts
Hmm.
on it though. Thoughts on Dead Presidents, buddy?
Yeah, Dead Presidents, pretty fascinating movie. I think it certainly takes a lot of what Menace to Society does well and tries to transplant it to another environment. This, of course, being the Vietnam War in this film. I do think it occasionally stumbles on itself trying to be a little too shocking,
Mm,
where it becomes a little cartoonish. And I also don't think it has the same sort of lived in feel of Menace to Society. I'm kind of two minds about the aesthetics of the film. For a $10 million movie, which is not nothing, especially in 1995, but it's still not a massive production. I think the period stuff looks really good. I think that's when it is really able to breathe, is when we're just kind of getting a slice of life, more Menace to Society kind of approach to the film. But when they go to war, you can definitely feel that budget getting spread very thin. It's not exactly Apocalypse Now. It was filmed in Florida. It definitely feels like it wasn't filmed in Vietnam. And
yeah,
there's
that's true.
you can feel in every frame when they're in the Vietnam sequences, it just feels like 2 inches outside of that frame is like a gas station or something. It just doesn't have that same sort of truth to it that I think the best of the Hughes brothers does have. It I think is probably lacking a great lead performance, I would argue. I do kind of like that the instead of the Samuel L. Jackson kind of surrogate parent or a literal parent in that sense, but sort of father figure in that film is replaced here by another legendary black actor with Keith David. We'll probably be talking about Keith David for like 45 minutes. Just a
Keith David,
Keith
my
David
guy.
tangent.
This
He
is he
rules.
rules. He's one of the
A
best.
a ton of great young black actors in this movie who would go on to do big things, as well as Michael Imperioli's in this. We get some early Imperioli
I was gonna
action.
say like that kind of felt like a backhanded slap at Perioli, but all right, okay.
No, I'm saying in addition to the great young black actors, we have great actor Michael Imperioli,
Yeah, that's true.
star of White Lotus season 3,
There you go.
of course. But it is a real mixed bag. It is just its highs are high, and I do just think it lacks some. I just don't think the characters are all that compelling, to be honest.
Hmm.
And I think it is so focused on this big picture cultural message that it loses that character that made Menace to Society so great. It's kind of the exact opposite. And I've said this about other filmmakers too. It's almost like they accidentally made an unimportant movie with Menace to Society. It was like, oops, I was just sort of
I don't know if
and
they
obviously
accidentally
they
made
had
one.
they had intentions of making something great
Yeah,
and
they're
important,
like
but
that. And
it
point
ended
of
up
view
being
is so
far
perfect.
more important than they
Yeah.
ever could have imagined,
Hmm.
just through their organic process. It started with something small and became something big. And with this, it seems like these ideas, the genesis of the film felt like something really big and important. And because of that, it can almost never live up to that potential. I think we see it with a lot of filmmakers who have some sort of cultural importance with their first film out of nowhere, and then they, try and, like you said, make take that big swing, and it's really hard to capture that genie in a bottle twice in a row. So, especially when you're trying to. So It's a mixed bag. It has a lot of really interesting things to say, I think, about Black Americans' relationship with the military. I think that's probably the most pertinent and powerful message of the film.
Hmm.
But it has a hard time getting there in a way that feels like it has a real core of truth or a great sense of character.
Yeah. I totally agree with you, Jay. Like this movie, it's a really fascinating one, I think. I don't necessarily know if that means it's good, but I think it's fascinating. And one that as I was watching, I was like, I kind of know where they're going with this. It's going to be really fun to break this down with you and talk about it
Yeah,
because
fun is how I would describe this movie. Yeah.
no, I just think because there's a lot of layers to this onion that you can pull that from I think a lot of and I'm not trying to once again take a shot at him, but like John Singleton makes Boys in the Hood really doesn't make a thematically rich film after that. And that movie has a lot of rabbit holes and things you can discuss about culture, discuss about race in America.
Well, he did.
Um,
He did
I
some stuff.
I don't think that they're no. I don't. For me, there's nothing there that I'm like, oh, I'm jumping at the bit to dissect. And what's very interesting
No,
about
I
like
mean,
this movie,
Baby Boy is interesting.
it's
I,
interesting, but I would say this is a much more interesting film, just because there's a lot of
it's
stuff
definitely a
going.
lot bolder than
It's
anything.
bolder.
To your point,
They're
yeah.
playing with the form a
Too
lot.
fast, too furious. Come on.
Um, and yeah, I mean they are. I mean they're getting an elevated budget. 10
Oh
million's
wait,
not
he made Rosewood. Have you seen Rosewood?
not in a long time, but I was
Dude, that movie is so good. So
yeah.
take it back. Take it back
All
and say
right.
Rosewood.
All right. I'm gonna say Rosewood, but I haven't seen that movie in a very long time. So
Watch it tonight.
watch it tonight after this show. There's not other things I need to watch. I'm gonna watch Rosewood. That's what you want me to watch.
It's a great film.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna put it on. Um, but the idea of this coming from these sort of real life experiences of these black Vietnam veterans coming from this book called Bloods, an oral history of the Vietnam War from black veterans by Wallace Terry, and certain characters sort of taken from there. Obviously, then there's all these influences of the Black Liberation Army, and all of these things that are kind of once again, like you're saying, Jay, they're they're branches from in which their last film comes from. I think these sort of like looking back at the past of how we made our present is very interesting here.
Hmm.
And I think that the movie does a good job of kind of I think setting up the world of the characters, even if I don't fully 100% buy them as a group. I buy more just the Anthony Lorenz Tate's sort of just character and his journey. And
Hmm.
that's really all you need to kind of buy into here. The It kind of feels like almost Goodfellas esque the beginning, the first third of the film, of like meeting everyone and being in this neighborhood and it's isolated
Sure.
from the world, and then it turns into like a Vietnam movie in the middle of it, which is almost like at times it felt like what Spike Lee was inspired by to make Miracle at St. Anna, which is not a very good movie.
That movie
Um,
stinks.
but then there's also like some stuff like where it was reminding me of some of the camera shots and everything were reminding me of The Five Bloods, which is a better Spike Lee movie. I was also thinking a little bit of just like some of the smoltiness in this section. There's a little bit of a little Forrest Gumpy as well too. So there was a lot of mixed emotions I was having, and then the final third of this movie is the best third of this movie, where it becomes the coming home almost, and it's very much like a deer hunter esque, but then it becomes this bank robbery, becomes this the
See, I think it's a bad heist movie.
I think
Like
it's
that, the heist at the end is pretty
I think the heist itself isn't
bad.
great, but I think like the execution, like the idea of it and wanting to go down this route, and I just think that the
That is where the
message by the end of
characters
it,
are most fleshed out.
Yeah, it really is. And so like the character stuff's great, even though like, yeah, the heist itself isn't as particularly exciting as other heist films. I mean, like we're talking about like in the same decade as something like what? Like Heat, and other movies. Like
I
there's
think this came
it's
out the same year as
year as
Heat.
Heat. So it's not fair to it from that standpoint. But it is a very interesting propulsive third act that kind of reminded me of some of the setup of like the ending of Ben Affleck's The Town, where it's just like the heist itself is almost just the action to then find out what happens to these characters and how the establishment around them is built for them specifically to fail. I was thinking also a lot of these guys coming home, and I thought about Mudbound, and I thought about The Master. I was thinking about just a lot of movies that were showing characters coming home from war and being left in this sort of loss after doing this great deed. And the characters here definitely feel that. And especially if you add the racial component to it, you're talking about people that were essentially just led out to be in the front lines, lambs for slaughter, but yet fought for this country and got medals. And then when they return home, they are still next to nothing
Fighting in a war
individuals.
they don't believe in.
Exactly.
For a country they're not even sure they believe in.
Well, and the country that discards them and doesn't see them as
Yeah,
human
exactly.
beings. So it's very interesting. Then, like by the end, I think the final scene of this movie where Martin Sheen is this judge who is giving like the speech that like you disgrace the entirety of the
Yeah, the
Marines
Martin
by
Sheen
doing
jump
it.
scare.
Yeah, and you're
Whoa.
and you're just like, yes, but also the system has failed them, and it led them to do this because they felt like they had no other choice.
But also
And
just this idea that Vietnam veterans weren't real veterans.
yeah,
And
like I hadn't heard that one maybe in a while in a film, but definitely in like I fought in a real war, you fought in a fake one. It's like, well, war is war. I know we're not picking and choosing like splitting hairs here, buddy.
yeah, he
And
didn't pick which war he
gotta love
fought
the
in.
gotta love the chair throw. The chair
Good
throw,
chair throw.
good chair throw.
That chair must have been hollow.
And
It was light.
that thing shattered into a
Yep.
million pieces. And then the movie kind of ends, and I wish it kind of maybe I don't know. It just ends, and I wish it I don't know continued a little bit because I thought it started getting good by the end and was very interesting and might have cut some stuff. It's a very interesting film because it feels like a movie that yes, these guys have elevated themselves thematically on the page, maybe not necessarily visually, though there are some great visuals in this film.
The
Not
one
nec-
shot, the match cut where he's running away from Juanita's house when her
Mhm.
mom comes home to him running behind a tree and then immediately he's running in Vietnam is some inspired filmmaking.
Very much
That
so.
shot is unbelievable.
Very much so. But there is a bit of a jumbledness to it that it's not as cohesive as Menace to Society in terms of what it's trying to go for. So it's once again, we love saying this on the show. It's a big swing that I kind of just really respect, but I don't necessarily like think it, and I don't think it all works, but I'm just kind of like, God, I like what they're doing here. I just wish that it was either a little bit more tighter or a little bit more fleshed out. Something about it. Maybe Jay, you can explain it to me than what I'm missing here. Cause like there's an element here. I'm like, God, this is actually like pretty close to being a really great movie. It's just missing something for me from getting all the way there. And maybe it's that middle section that we spent so much time in Vietnam with. And if we spend a little bit less there, we can add a little bit more towards the end. But I
Hmm.
don't know. I just feel like maybe its momentum, it peaks at certain points and then it flatlines a little bit. And so it reminded me just a lot of like certain Spike Lee films I mean, listen, I love Spike, but they're like Miracle at St. Anne is a perfect point. And I know you said the movie stinks, and it does, but there's still like great moments inside of that. I think this is a better movie than that, but there's moments inside of it that are like, damn, Spike, I see what you're doing here. Like I want you to just stick on that point. And they don't. They take a swing to this to this other thing or this other thing, and it's like, no, I wish you weren't doing that. And
Miracle in
so,
Santa Ana is also 17 hours long.
yeah, that movie, it's freaking long. So yeah, I just think that it's like, I wouldn't call it a sophomore slump. I just think that it's a risk that doesn't always pay off.
It doesn't feel like a movie that should have been made by young men.
No, this
It
feels
just
like a movie that's like if you're in your 40s, you should be making.
this is a movie that yeah, I don't know. David Fincher could make this movie or something,
Whoa.
like
Well, I don't know. I don't know about that. Like, I think like the problem is
I mean, not the exact same movie to be clear. I don't think
not
David
no,
Fincher would be the definitive voice on,
no.
but a story of a disgruntled Vietnam veteran
Like I
coming
think
down on
that
hard
if
times and having to do a bank heist.
like I think if this movie came out now, I think Barry Jenkins would have been perfect for it. I think there's a ton of directors that if this story was being made right now, I mean even Spike to a certain degree, like what's the Five Bloods if not sort of the older version of this, the more reflective soldier looking at the past and their mistakes. That movie's incredible. That movie's one of Spike's best, I think, in recent memory. You like that movie, right, Jay?
Yeah, I did
And
like it a
so,
lot.
but that movie only works, I think, because Spike is a director that has lived a life and has made movies and has had shortfalls and shortcomings as well as also massive triumphs. And I do agree. I think that that's actually a really good point, Jay. Of like, this is a movie that it's such a great swing, but it's also a swing that's like, damn, if maybe this shouldn't have been the second project that you guys made. Maybe this is like the third or fourth. But it becomes very interesting that this is really, and I'm not discrediting From Hell and the Book of Eli, but this kind of modern black commentary, or even, this is a biopic commentary, is really, this is the last time they really dabble into this because we're going to be talking about more genre stuff over the next 2 weeks. And so
This is
it,
their last attempt at prestige,
yeah, and it's
100%.
it's kind of sad because you kind of wish if they could have continued to go down this route and evolve, or the ideas that they're exploring here, because they're still pretty modern ideas here. It's just maybe the
They are.
execution isn't all the way there, right?
Yeah, and they're trying to make, in a lot of ways, the definitive black veteran movie for a war that they were barely alive for.
That's a tough
And
thing to do.
it's really hard. It's really hard. They were probably 32 when this movie was being made. And it was a long shoot. It was an arduous shoot. Um, they got Danny Elfman to do the score. That was another jump scare when his name popped up in the opening credits. Long opening credits, by the way. That's how you know they thought they were doing something important because the credits were like 4 minutes long. Um,
Is that how you know
but
a movie's important? Is like there's the
it
credits?
definitely is one signifier, I think.
Really?
But
Is
it
that how
it's
it is for
just
most movies?
probably not, but in my mind it is.
Okay. Because I was gonna say like most movies, like our favorite movie of the year barely has any like opening credits. Has like a title card and that's it.
Yeah, but
Right?
I don't know. In my memory, I'm just like, oh, these interminable opening credits. This is probably going to win 5 Oscars. But it's just I can't fathom being slightly younger than I am now and trying to, make the definitive Gulf War movie about my conflicting relationship with the country in which I live. Because, I mean, you could say, oh, well, young directors make important movies all the time. Spike Lee made Do the Right Thing when he was like 31 or 32. Well, that's a young man's movie. That is a young man's
That's
movie.
a
Menace to
contemporary
Society is a
film.
young man's movie.
They're contemporary films though.
Yes, that is also very true. Yeah.
Like he didn't, but also Spike was how old when he made Malcolm X, right? Like
Yeah, I mean, he would have been not a ton older, 30, 36, 37, something like that.
he struggled to get the financing for it, but
Yeah.
he had a book and he had that's probably a little bit maybe easier of a film too, because this is, taking, it's not definitively take it. I mean, it's inspired by all these stories, but they are creating an original narrative for the most part out of these stories, as opposed to just a biopic,
That has
right?
a vision, a
That
unified
does.
vision.
It
This movie
does.
does not have a unified vision. This is
No,
a
this is
coming of age story. It's a war movie. It
it's a
is
political
a
commentary.
political commentary. It's a heist movie.
Hmm.
It's a it
It's got four
it
things on
is
its
it
mind.
does have a little bit of this like finger pointy. These are bad. Don't do this. Don't do
Yeah,
this,
it's
guys.
which is not what they're doing in Menace to Society.
No,
Which is
they're
it's
not. That is just like a documentary.
yeah, this is more, but this feels more. You're right. Like that feels more like a homegrown film, and this feels more like a studio film.
It feels very pointed
Yeah, and so
in
like
ways that
it's
Menace to Society does not. Again, lightning
exactly,
in a bottle.
and it's like oh, and it does feel. Well, I do think like it's. I don't think it's a bad movie.
No, I don't either.
But I think that there is a little bit of like we're gonna have like what you're saying. We have this in here. Ooh, but what do we throw this in there? And it feels like a writing session that threw it all into the crock pot, and it came out, and you're like, huh, that's an interesting taste. Like that's not all the way there. Like it needs some seasoning. It needs a punch up, and they didn't punch it up, or they don't have
Interesting
the
that you went
experience.
with Jello
I didn't go with.
in the no, I'm just saying like from their perspective. It's like, ooh, Jello with duck. I
Yeah, I
like
mean,
these separately, not sure about together.
not sure about together, but also there. But you like Jello and you like duck, and that's the thing. It's like I think you can pick apart the things you like here and the things that do work. And while there are things that don't work, like I don't think most of these characters are quite interesting enough or fleshed out. A lot of them are honestly caricatures. I still think that like the movie thematically is very compelling and interesting, even though it is waving its finger. I don't think it's overtly preachy though. I just think it is preaching on some arguments.
Hmm.
But that I think that that's okay. Like because I
Hmm.
still feel like they're making an earnest film that feels like, at least from a storyteller standpoint, that is thematically themselves and doesn't feel like somebody took it over. It doesn't feel like when you see
Definitely
these
not.
these directors, it feels like their vision. It just I wish that it was a clearer vision. Does that make sense, Jay?
Yes, it absolutely does. It definitely
Okay.
does not feel like it was tampered with.
No,
I don't have any proof
we don't have any
to
proof about
confirm
that.
or
No.
deny that, but it feels like a really unfiltered version of what they wanted to make. And it is maybe an example where you wish maybe there was a little bit of filtering going on because they're throwing so much stuff at the wall that maybe it could have taken a second, third, fourth pass at the screenplay to streamline it a little bit. I mean, Menace to Society is maybe barely 90 minutes. And this movie pushes 2 hours, and you do actually kind of feel it
Mm.
because as I think I do agree with you that the final act of the film is the best part of the film. They have to fit in every vice. You
Yeah.
got to do alcoholism, drug addiction, like extramarital affairs, um,
Total discardment of humanity.
pimp
Yeah.
culture,
Yeah.
gun violence. I mean, there's 6,000 things that it goes through.
Yeah.
Uh, and it just feels like to a certain extent that they're more focused on the issues that they want to talk about than the people that are populating their movie.
Hmm.
And that was absolutely not the case in Menace to Society. And I think that is maybe best represented by the Lorenz Tate performance in this film because Lorenz Tate was in Menace to Society, of course. He played O-Dog, who is the most electric character in that movie. And here, Lorenz Tate is just kind of sleepwalking through the movie for the most part. I didn't find him terribly charismatic as a lead, nor did I find him dramatically compelling as the most important figure in the movie. I think there are plenty of good performances in this movie, and they're mostly given by people whose names or faces you would recognize from stuff that they did later on in their career or before, in the case of like a Keith David. But that lack of a central character is very similar to the way that this film kind of lacks a central truth and vitality and really a real identifiable, like, this is what this movie is about. It's
Yeah.
about a lot of things, and some of them it speaks to very powerfully, and others it just doesn't have enough time to really tap into.
No, that's very true. I mean, like when I was watching it, I was thinking about how this movie, it really does feel like a setup, like it's like Goodfellas, like it's a Scorsese film. Like I felt like that was sort of the way in the slice of life. You're seeing
Felt like Starship Troopers to me.
a little bit like, no, I think, no, I don't think you're wrong. Where it's like, okay, and hear me out. You,
No, I'm not
even
kidding.
in Star,
Graduation
no,
night.
I don't think you're wrong. Like Starship Troopers is another perfect example where you have, where Verhoeven and Scorsese, what they do in those two movies is they have this section of life, right, that happens, and you see the evolution of this character, right, and then the middle section it leads up to this big event, right. In Starship Troopers, it's the explosion of the planet. In Goodfellas, it's Billy Bat's bar, right, in the bar, right, and that murder kind of leads down a spiral, right. And in this, it's Vietnam, like that's the whole thing, and everything for this, for these characters from this point on. You would think, come home from war, your heroes, no, no, no. It's even more downhill once they get home. Like war was actually the wasn't the
They've been
last
so
obstacle.
conditioned,
Yes,
yeah, to that
and
life that they can't return to civilian
exactly,
life.
they can't. No, and even
It's like
and even
Red in Shawshank Redemption.
yeah, it's a little bit. Well,
My favorite part of that movie.
it's a little bit like that, but it's also a little bit of just like
Just wanted to bring it up. Great scene.
there's that scene. It's in D. Reese's Mudbound. That's why I brought it up earlier, where Jason Mitchell comes home from this war and he's considered to be a hero over there, and he's treated, he finds love over there and everything, but he has to come home because the war's over. And he comes home and it's still the South, and there's still slavery, and there's still the cotton fields, and there's still bigotry and everything that goes on. And when he stands up to it, there's the massive hate, and then there's the conclusion of that movie, which is, it's horrific. And you watch this here, and it's a little bit of like watching The Deer Hunter, right? Where they come home and there was the effects of war, and they come home and it's completely different. The town looks different, the people around them look different, and it doesn't matter how many medals they won or everything, they are back to being down on the bottom of the totem pole.
A movie I don't like that much.
With The Deer Hunter,
Yeah.
same. No, I'm not a big fan of it either.
That's just kind of a miserable watch. And this
It
is kind of a miserable watch.
it is kind of a miserable watch, but it's an interesting miserable watch. I think a little bit more. Um, that movie's just rough, and that movie is super long compared to this one.
It is very long. I think The
That
Deer Hunter is better than this movie.
I think they're kind of on par. I'm not a big Deer Hunter guy, so
Yeah.
this one is an hour less than that movie, so that's fine.
Because it gives it the extra
That gives it a
half
little
star
bit of a
to
bump.
even them
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
But then but yeah, and then I was also, again, I bring up Spike's The Five Bloods because I feel like that's a movie about these men coming back after having survived this war, losing a member of their leadership there, bringing what they survived out of that, but still, all the different things that are still built up from their time over there, and it all kind of bubbling over the surface and then under it as that movie goes on. I think that's honestly the movie that's the best companion to this, because that movie is reckoning with the past as we are living in the present. And this is a movie that's trying to reckon with the past in the past, and while being made in the present as well. And so it's these young 30-year-olds coming off of this successful debut, and between the difference between a master filmmaker who had made a bunch of films and had lived a life and is reflective there as well and can harness the political, the nature of that film, the social politics of it, the violence, the toll of war that it had on that generation, and be a member of that generation. And so it's very interesting that these guys wanted to tackle this because it also does feel like, man, if you are going to take $10 million, you're going to lay it all out there, and you're doing 4 or 5 different films, and they don't always flow as one, but again, you kind of got to respect it for the attempt, even if it doesn't all land. But you're right. There's not
Agreed.
a, those films have centralized performances in the middle of all, and they have, Goodfellas and Starship Troopers and Defy Bloods and all these films. They have performances on a whole as an ensemble that are memorable, as well as also a central character to focus on the main themes and desires of the filmmakers. And I don't think what Tate does here is necessarily all the way carrying forward the ideas that the Hughes brothers are trying to present, because they're presenting so many ideas that
Hmm.
they themselves can centralize it on their main character. And I think he delivers a very good performance. I don't think he delivers like as great of a performance as he had, last week's film, um but there are individual moments from all the actors, but they don't add up to the collective ensemble of Menace to Society or other films that we've talked about before.
Great supporting cast, though.
It's
We
an
need to get to
insane
that a little
supporting
bit.
cast. Like, I mean, the first voice you hear that's very noticeable in the first 2 minutes of this movie is Chris Tucker. And I
Yeah,
was like getting into it, and I was like, wait a minute, is that Chris Tucker? And like literally, the camera's on his face as they're in the back of that car, and he's very good in the film too.
same year as Friday.
Same year as
Big,
Friday,
big
big
year.
big year for him. And then one of the actors in this film, not the best performance in the world, is Freddie Rodriguez, who was like in the Grindhouse films and was like Lady in the Water. It's kind of like a guy that kind of existed in the late '90s, early 2000s. And I think he's all right. But Keith David, I mean, Keith David, Clifton Powell, Terrence Howard, a young Terrence Howard, Jay,
Very young
in
Terrence
those
Howard.
in those in that opening section, and then when they return home, terrifying, great screen presence. I mean, listen, Terrence Howard, one of Jay's guys through and through.
I like the way he talks about math.
I was gonna bring up, do you know about the new math?
Do I know about it?
Do you know?
I hope to make it.
But you know all about the new math, right? You know
I mean,
about.
I'm not going to sit here and spout off the nonsense that new math consists of, but I am aware that he believes that he has helped create a higher form of mathematics. Yes.
What do you think about that?
I think you might be onto something. Didn't Will Smith say something similar?
Sure, but I okay. I mean, like Will Smith, like Will Smith. I'm not surprised by anything that Will Smith says anymore. I think we all need to realize Will Smith's just a weird dude. He's just a weird dude.
You think Will Smith is a weird dude?
Yeah, it's like all the stuff with Jada, and then the slap, and then the bad rapping, and he's just a weird dude
As opposed to Terrence Howard, who is
who's super normal
not
and
a weird
chill.
dude.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like it's night and day between the two. No, I mean, like Terrence Howard, you just know is not and has not always been there, and also he's known to just be a
Well, he's
really.
always played. He's played people like this in movies. Will Smith was the hero, so you're like, oh,
Will
well,
Smith was the most bankable
he's
box office
cool.
name in the world. You know, every summer they were like, "Does Will Smith have a new movie to save the box office?" Well, boy, howdy, does he! And now it's like I would like to hear less from him every single week if that's possible. I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
he.
His rapping's getting pretty good.
Did you see that rap video that he?
Sure
The
did.
Cause I'm an action
Because
star.
I'm an action star. I mean, it's
Ter-
pretty good.
it's pretty good. Do you buy? Would you buy that? Would you listen to? Okay, let me ask you this: would you
Okay.
listen to a full Will Smith new rap album or the newest Taylor Swift album?
I've already listened to the new Taylor Swift album.
Oh, okay, all right. What do you think of it?
I used that to occupy my time on a 8 hour flight.
What did you think of it?
It's bad. The Ophelia song is good.
Okay. Oh, the last one with Sabrina Carpenter.
No, I think it's the first one on the album.
Oh, is
It's
it?
become sort of like the de facto single of the album, I think,
Is
even though
that?
it's not an official single, but
Wait, is
it's
it
good.
Ophelia or is it Opalite or whatever that thing is
I
called?
don't know.
I'm looking this up. Well, I gotta
Ugh,
help you out. The Fate of Ophelia. Well, there's
yes,
Opalite and then there's
that one.
Ophelia. I'm just trying to help you out. I don't want you to get murdered out
You
there.
didn't help me. You killed my vibe.
What
I
do you
was
Hey,
flowing.
what do you think of Wood?
Um, I've I said this in our text thread. The one thing I know about Taylor Swift after listening to that album is that she is absolutely terrified of Sabrina Carpenter, who she helped launch. But uh,
You think
this,
you think Sabrina's coming for her?
I think Taylor Swift is hearing footsteps of
Oh.
pop at the top of the
How
pop
would what would you
tower.
what would you how would you like in like basketball player terms if
No, let's
you
go showgirls terms. This is Nomi
oh
pushing, or she's afraid
of Gina
that
Gershon.
Nomi is gonna push her down the stairs,
Oh,
who is
okay,
Sabrina
okay.
Carpenter.
Okay. All right.
But it has so many
Do you like Sabrina
sort
Carpenter?
of like yeah, of course. I've never gotten her name wrong on this podcast.
What was her name
I
that you
don't
said?
remember. I know
Nicolette
you do.
Johnson.
Nicolette
Yeah.
Johnson.
There you go.
Um,
If I ever met her, I would tell her that straight to her face.
but
That you screwed it up.
the if I ever met her, I would jump off a building
Why would you do that?
because she's very
She's an important person?
yes,
Sabrina Carpenter?
yes,
Yeah?
and normally entirely not my type, but you listen to some of that music, boy, oh boy. Um, the
When I was in Atlanta, by the way, folks, the album, her second album, or her new album, not it's not her second album, but her new album came out, and Jay and I were breaking down the lyrics while his wife was driving the car. I think we made her laugh, but then also uh, Jay's brain hurt a little bit trying to pull those lyrics together. It was a fun time, much more
but
fun
the
than talking about those new lyrics from Taylor Swift.
but the life of a showgirl has a bunch of like faux disco kind of
Ooh.
throwback stuff that Sabrina Carpenter does all the time now.
Mm.
And then it also tries to be a little hornier, which
Do you
Sabrina
think that's
Carpenter,
do you think that's like her and like a Chappell Roan situation as well too, where she's filling the footsteps of the new generation of pop star?
it feels much more inspired by Sabrina Carpenter to me.
Well, yeah,
Obviously, they have a relationship,
yeah.
but
I heard she's not a
Chappell
fan of
Roan,
Charlie XCX either.
big Chappell Roan European trip for me.
Yeah,
Pink Pony Club got played 3 times at the wedding.
you okay with that? It's a good
Love it.
song. Good song.
Great song.
You
I've
turned
come
around
around.
on her.
Ryan, I've come around.
Yeah, she's pretty awesome, right? It's fun
Mostly on
stuff.
Pink Pony Club, though.
Yeah, mostly on that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what that's about?
It's about her life, bro.
Yeah, but what? But where's the Pink Pony Club?
The Pink Pony Club is wherever you find yourself at any given moment, man. The Pink Pony Club is really about the friends you make along the way.
That's maybe the straightest answer you could have said for it, and I'm just gonna give you a pass on it. I think.
Thank you.
I mean, if Eric was here, he'd murder you for it. But I'll let you slide.
Chappell Roan,
You're
also a more successful 21st century artist than Madonna, easily.
Jesus Christ. Jeez, what are you doing? You were fine. You were literally fine. You're doing okay. You weren't going to make him upset on this. He's going to listen to this episode. Be so mad. Responsible
But
guy.
yeah, Taylor Swift really bad at doing the horny Travis Kelce song.
Can I ask you what you thought of her putting up those essentially like word music videos and stealing theaters from movies and making money that way? What'd you think of that?
Well, at least it kicked out,
One battle after
yeah, like propaganda, one
another.
battle after another.
The right wing propaganda
Yeah, the
or
Christmas.
the Christmas. Oh, you think it was?
No, I'm actually just saying that because
Well, she's probably a member of the Christmas Adventurers
the
Club, to
amount
be fair.
of like hate watching that my algorithms are now giving me is unbelievable. I somehow stumbled across the Ben Shapiro review of One Battle After Another.
Please, for the love of God, tell me you watched it.
I watched about 6 minutes of it.
How bad was it?
He didn't like it.
Well, no shit.
Here's what he said. Here's what he said. Incredible direction, incredible performances. It obviously looks amazing because it's Paul Thomas Anderson. The music I thought was incredible.
I'm actually just shocked
It's
that, by the
by
way, that he knows who Paul Thomas Anderson is.
it's by this guy named Johnny Greenwood. Not sure what else he's ever done.
Wait, did he say that?
That was actually a sentence that he said. Yes.
Get the fuck out of here.
And then he's like, "Oh, all of it is great," and I didn't like it because it's
Liberal.
like leftist violent apologia or something of that nature. He was like political violent, whatever. I don't know. You know exactly why he didn't like it.
Yeah, because he's an asshole. That's why. That's the other reason why Bret Easton Ellis didn't like it, because he's an asshole.
Ready
It's like,
Stone just didn't like it.
no, he's like, oh, it's fucking, and it's like, this is why liberal critics like it. And it's just like, shut the fuck up, idiot. Um, no, he didn't like it. It really irresponsible stuff by Variety and Hollywood Reporter to like get like a, you know how like when the first reactions for movies come out
Mm-hmm.
and they get all the tweets online. They did the same thing for One Battle, but it was all like, here's the Republican response. I'm like, this isn't the State of the Union. It's a fucking movie. Like, go to hell. Like, who gives a shit what those guys think about One Battle after another? Like, do that for.
Overrated will one day be a musty relic.
I must, yeah.
He felt depressed after watching the film. Bret Easton Ellis has been a blowhard, a professional blowhard for 30 years.
30 years, man. Yeah. It's so that's why it's just so funny that like they're the ones reporting this shit. It's like, who cares? But anyway, it's a good movie though. But yeah, I was curious what you thought about the album because I know. Well, Allie's not a fan of hers, is she?
Tay Tay,
Tay Tay?
passive fan.
Passive. Both of you are kind of passive on it, right?
She's made some good music.
I mean, she's made some bops, right, in her
Mm-hmm.
time.
Some bops, some bangers.
Some bops, some bangers. I mean, she's got eras where she made some good.
She does have
For
many
me,
eras.
I don't think she's made like a bop or a banger for like 10 years. But that's just me. Like I think,
I absolutely could not tell you if I think that is true or not.
when do you think like the
But I'm gonna look it up
Shake It Off era
now.
was?
Are you asking me a trivia question of when did Shake It Off come
When
out?
did like 1989 came out? Like that album.
I don't know, like 2011?
That's when that came out? I feel like
I
that
don't
was
know.
I feel like that was like 2015.
Maybe. 1989 was
1989.
2014.
Man, I was really close. So yeah,
So
about
that
10 years.
album rules.
It's about 10 years.
And then she did
There's some good parts.
Reputation, which is like
That's the downward spiral.
that's the beginning of the end, you think?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's that one and then
Let me look
Lover's
what's on
Terrible, the Folklore, what was it? What was the Evermore
Yeah,
era?
then she went
That's like
Forest
then she
Taylor.
kind of went like Forest, I want to
Folky
folky
Taylor.
stuff, which was kind of interesting. Working with like Bon Iver, and I don't think there was any like bangers on that album, but there was
It's
like
interesting without being very good.
yeah, it's like,
They got
oh cool. I listened to an alternative music station before, and
the guy
then
from
like
Interpol.
and then like the last two albums, the what is it, Midnights and this one, just absolute garbage. So,
Wow.
there's the poet one,
Dead
the
Poet
Dead Poets,
Society.
the Tortured Poets Society.
Yes.
That's stupid. God, it's sad that I know all this and yet
Yeah.
I don't like this fucking music.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, you know what I do like? Dead Presidents. And you know who
Yeah,
I do
sort
like?
of.
You know who I do like? Keith David,
Love Keith David.
who has been
It's
in
Keith David time.
238 movies.
Oh, by the way, I know we touched on Chris Tucker earlier. Sorry, this
Yes,
is
yeah, yeah, that's fine.
backtracking.
That's fine.
How many movies do you think Chris Tucker has been in after this year ever?
Like, are you talking about 1995?
So 1996 on, how many movies has Chris Tucker been in?
I'm gonna assume that the Rush Hour movies were after this.
They were.
Okay.
This and Friday were his. I mean, really, it's Friday,
Does
but
Friday count?
no, Friday does not count.
Okay, you're taking that year out of the equation, correct?
Hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna say the three Rush Hour films.
Yep.
There's what's that one movie with him and Charlie Sheen? Money Talks?
Money Talks,
Money Talks.
1997.
Okay. Well, Friday, obviously. Um,
Friday
but
doesn't count
you're
once again.
I'm gonna count it. The Fifth Element. How can you forget Fifth Element? He's
Yep,
wonderful in that. Then there's Silver Linings Playbook.
of course.
J- Jackie Brown because he gets shot in the
Jackie
back of the
Brown.
car. He gets shot in the back of the car.
Hmm.
And Air, which came out a couple of years ago with him and the Affleck and
You're only missing one, but what I was shocked by was that there weren't more just like throwaway, crappy comedies.
oh, I know. He's in the long halftime walk.
He took that halftime
He
walk.
took the walk,
He
buddy.
took the walk
Who wouldn't take the fucking walk
in high frame rate.
in high frame? To be fair, one of the films that we did watch together, we watched like segments of films in Jay's basement at his.
Hmm. We didn't
Uh,
sit down and watch a full
we
film,
didn't watch a full film.
but
No, that's not
while I
true.
was,
That's not true. We watched The Devil Wears Prada all the way through.
that
Technically,
is
correct.
correct.
Correct. We
You are
finished
right.
that. But we watched fragments of everything else, and one of them was Gemini Man, which feels like a movie he kind of should have been in. But that's also an Ang Lee high frame rate film, so
It
that's the
is
reason why I bring it up. So you're saying that's what, like that's
exceptionally boring film.
so that's like what, 8 films, 9 films? Are
I
you
think it's a little
counting?
more than that, but this is
That's
we're talking
we're talking like a low turnout rate.
that's 30 years, and he's done in one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine movies, and three of them are Rush Hour movies.
Those Rush Hour movies make a crap ton of money.
I mean, I'm sure that's why he doesn't work anymore.
Why would he need to?
He doesn't have
May
to.
he doesn't have to. He can just, and he's also pretty good at like stand up, right? Where he does
Oh, he
stand
was in
up.
the music video for Shake It Off, the Mariah Carey song.
The Mariah Carey song. Okay, thank you very much. I was like, no fucking way he was in that. Taylor Swift would not have invited him to that video. No, he's great. I love Chris Tucker. I wish he was in more things. He's great in Air, honestly,
He is very good in there.
and in Silver Lane's Playbook. He's just got like a good presence to him.
Hmm.
He should have been in the Odyssey.
He should have been in the Odyssey.
Yeah, just gonna say this. I think everybody should be in the Odyssey. To be fair, it's gonna be my new thing. Is that the next big anticipated movie that we're looking forward to, Jay? Like the big one,
I mean, that's the big movie event of
or is it the
2026, probably.
or is it the Spielberg movie?
When is that coming out? I'm
Next
more
year.
excited for that than the Odyssey.
That's next year.
Can I be honest?
Oh boy, don't say it.
I just wished it wasn't the Odyssey. Kind of.
God damn it. Why? Why do you have to say things? This is how you were with One Battle. You're like, oh, I don't know.
No, no, that is not how I was with One Battle. I
You
always
like
knew that
them.
One Battle after another was going to be a good movie. What I didn't think at the time was that it was going to win Oscars because I thought it was going to be too weird. I have since told you I think it is easily his most accessible movie since
Yeah.
Boogie Nights.
Yeah, easily. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, God, this is like like watching it because I've seen it 6 times at the time of recording. It's very structured like Boogie Nights in terms of pace, like in terms of just like momentum. Because Boogie Nights, that movie moves
Hmm.
incredible for a 2 hour and 40 minute movie. And that's honestly the type of rhythm and pace that this movie is definitely at as well.
Yep.
I get new layers to this thing every other week and I watch it. It's great
It's a good
stuff.
film. You've
Um,
watched it how many times now?
6, like a madman.
Nice.
And a controversial. I like it. Um,
Okay, well, I'll let Brett Easton Ellis know.
wait, you got him on speed dial?
He was going to come on the next episode. He was going to come on the Book of Eli episode,
Oh, that's fair. Oh, that's fair.
but I don't know that he'll come
Jay,
anymore.
have you like had like you remember like are you in my five like the Fay Five or whatever like for your phone? You know what I'm
Sure,
talking about with T-Mobile? You know where like Charles Barkley used to have the commercials. Are you in my five?
of course.
Um, who would be in your five? Caviezel?
Well, Caviezel,
Did you
Gibson,
hear about Caviezel?
right off the bat. No.
They he's not going to be Jesus in the Passion movies.
Are you kidding me?
No, I think he's going to recast him. Look it up
I I might have to get off. I might have to turn. We might have to stop record.
so you can go check on your boy.
Yep. I didn't know this.
Did you
I
look
mean,
at?
he's too. I
You're
guess
looking
he's
at
just
it,
too
right?
old now, right?
Yeah, along with many other things.
Well, I don't think Mel Gibson is like, he's kind of got a stank that we don't need on this
I don't
movie.
think those movies are ever going to get made. Let's just be fair.
You don't think so?
No.
Hmm.
Who's clamoring for those? Who's clamoring for two of them? That's the thing.
They would make so much money.
So, would you take Caviezel out of the
They
five?
wouldn't make a billion, but
No.
they would make
Four,
hundreds of millions.
400? 500?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably so, sadly. How much did that Sound of Freedom make? It made a shit ton, right? Even if none of that was legitimate.
Jim Caviezel to star in Archangel for Sony. He's still getting jobs?
You would know. You talk to him all the time.
I know.
So, is he in your five?
He's definitely in my five.
Okay.
I would feel like beyond that,
Well, Mel.
yeah, Mel, Jim and Mel
Jim
are
and
my
Mel.
one two. Although I don't know if that'll be true anymore.
I
They
don't
could
know.
revisit
Yeah,
those.
just yeah. Um, Sly Stone or John Voight?
Um,
Kirk Cameron?
it's actually Frank Stallone.
Oh, it's Frank Stallone. Oh shit!
Yeah,
What a curve! What a curve! Who would have thought?
and then it's Jim Downey's character from One Battle After Another,
Yeah.
and the
Is he
last one. Hold on, I'm looking at my
okay?
phone
All
for the
right.
last
Sure,
one.
for the last one. That's okay.
This one's gonna be the funniest one yet. As soon as I can scroll and find it. Um, Darren Aronofsky.
Oh, okay. God, he totally feels like a fucking closeted Republican through and through, even though he totally isn't. Um,
What were you gonna say about Jim Downey?
I was gonna say, well, I was gonna ask you who's your favorite one battle character.
Oh, man, it's probably Benicio.
Yeah, that's the number one person that everyone's told me is their favorite character.
A few small beers.
Yeah, my mom walked out of it. She's like, I didn't even know Benicio was in it because I took her to see it. She's like, he was the best part of the movie. He was hilarious. And she was like, yeah, I was like, yeah, he's great. And she's like, is he going to win the Oscar? I said, no, I think it's going to be Sean Penn. She goes, oh, that makes sense, but it should be Benicio. And I went, okay, all right. Tells you something.
You think Penn's gonna win that Oscar?
Yeah, I think he's going to win it. It's that type of like great role that I just think that it's kind of
It
undeniable.
does
It's the
have.
villain, but you can laugh at him. You haven't seen him act like this in like 20 years.
I'm just feeling
It's
like
kind of like a
maybe
good, like
one
in the pot,
battle
pot
has
stir.
that stank of Has that Fableman stank.
Oh, you think like, oh, it's too peaking too
It's
early.
peaking too early.
Oh, interesting.
It's possible.
So then
I
what
just don't
beats
know
it?
what else would beat it.
You think Hamnet's
I
going to
don't
beat
think
it?
it's got the stiffest competition. What beat Fableman's?
Everything everywhere all at once. I don't think there's
Hmm.
that one out there though, buddy.
And that movie came out in like April or
But I
something.
can tell you this though. Spielberg has Oscars. PTA doesn't. That's the thing.
That's fair. That's
That's
fair as
very
well.
fair. It's going to make some good money.
And they're doing, I mean, they got Leonardo DiCaprio out here doing podcasts.
They get him doing the Kelsey podcast. When's he coming on this show?
I talked to him. He doesn't want to. We're too old.
Do you think Leo would be a good guest? Anyway,
No,
I actually
no.
think he would be a good guest on this show because he likes talking about other movies. I
He
think he
does
doesn't
like
like.
movies.
I don't think he likes talking about himself. Is the problem?
Should have brought him on for Dead Presidents.
You know who actually? I was listening to one of his interviews. There was a movie he brought up that is one of his movies that he watches all the time. Do you know what it is? We just covered it.
Um,
Tokyo Story.
Tokyo Story. That's
Yeah.
just like a hangout movie for him and his 24-year-old supermodel girlfriends.
Yeah, he's got to like stop that. Keith David in this movie. Jay,
Yes, sorry, Keith David.
can we talk about the great actor that is Keith David?
He's great. I love him. He's been in so many good movies. He's been in so
He's been
many
he's been in more than nine
commercials.
films, I'll tell you that.
Yes, I mean, I definitely think of him as a John Carpenter guy, probably
Yep.
first and foremost.
Hmm.
Great voice actor. I'm just looking at all the stuff he's done here. Coraline and Princess and the Frog, great roles in those. Oh God. Yeah, he's been good in some episodes of Rick and Morty. It's not cool to like Rick and Morty anymore, right?
Holy shit, I just had this conversation the other night at the grocery store with my wife. This is so weird that you're bringing that up. Like we were in the aisles and we were getting groceries for the week and I was just like, "Hey, do you know what's like a show we just don't watch anymore because of the whole thing that happened with the guy that was the voice of Rick? We don't watch Rick and Morty anymore. Like that used to be like we watched every episode. It was funny. I'm sure it's still funny. Like it's same writers and everything.
I bet it's still pretty good,
I
but
think it's
I
probably
kind of
still
think
really
it's
good.
it's a kind of comedy that probably feels more annoying
It's
than it used to.
Do you just think it's tainted by the controversy
That's
a little
probably
bit?
part of it, but I think it kind of just wore out its welcome, probably.
Those first couple of seasons were great.
They
It's
were
one of those
great.
where it just keeps going and going.
Yeah.
And honestly, there's just episodes now that are that were towards the last season we watched. I think it was like season four. Where that was the last one we watched. Where they're just parodies. They're just making fun of their spoofs.
I mean, that
You
actually
know,
sounds kind of good.
I mean, they're not bad, but it's also like I don't. I want you guys to just do original stories or finish your plot lines from
But
seasons past.
that's kind of like it's not nearly as old as this, but I feel like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia has sort of had a similar trajectory where
No, that show's still funny.
until last year, I hadn't watched the last like 3 or 4 seasons.
Yeah,
It just kind of gotten lost in the fray. And then I
but
watched them and I'm like, it's still good. It's not peak Sunny good,
no,
but it's still good.
but still hilarious just to watch them try to weave out these episodes.
Worried
I
about Rob Mack though. You know he
Rob,
changed his name to Rob Mack?
I have been waiting for months for you to bring this up on this show. There are certain tangents that come out in the news, and I sit there and certain just information, and I sit there and I go, "When's he gonna bring this shit up on the show? Because it's gonna happen." Yes, his name is Rob Mack now, and it's the dumbest, stupidest thing, and it just feels like a what happens when you spend too much time with Ryan Reynolds.
There are two angles here.
Okay.
Angle one is it's a bit for the show.
Which haven't seen it pay off yet.
I don't know how it could be him
It's
changing his name in real life. Not really sure how that could play into the plot of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. But this is
you mean
also the
like
man who gained
I was going to say
70 pounds
pounds.
just for the joke.
Yeah. which is was a
Good joke, to be
very
clear.
good. Yeah, but that joke paid off by the end of its season.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely. The other option is he has been groomed so intensely by Ryan Reynolds that he no longer operates with the same level of humanity and logic that he used to.
I feel like that's the same thing with Hugh Jackman.
You think Hugh Jackman's getting groomed as well?
Yeah,
Hmm,
I think Jackman, like
interesting.
people really liked him and stuff, and now I like he's doing this
He's
fucking
definitely
like
been with Reynolds a lot.
he's been with him a lot, and now he's like he's going back and supposedly going to go back and do more Marvel stuff, and he's doing like one man shows, you know, where he's jumping rope at Carnegie Hall, and you're just like, what the fuck happened to you, man? Like you were a decent, really like you could have done whatever the hell you wanted. Now it's just like Reynolds got you back for that stupid Deadpool movie, and
Hugh Jackman has always been
he's
an incredibly likable guy.
he's likable, but man, and well, and then he got divorced, you
Yep.
know, in this time period too. So
Yep.
it's I'm not hanging with Ryan Reynolds anytime soon. I'm telling you that. And not even getting on to the other stuff on the other side as well. You know what I mean? With like the whole his wife and the book thing and the movie and all that shit.
Maldoni, is that his
Baldoni.
name?
Yeah, I'm not dealing with any of that. Like
We
that's
love him.
well, I'm not going that far. I'm not.
Oh,
No, I'm not going there.
I forgot that Keith David played Apollo in Hercules.
He's great in Hercules. He's wonderful in the bit part that he has in The Nice Guys.
Yep.
He's wonderful
Great
in.
in Nope.
He's great in Nope, even though it's like small role. He's great in
Hmm.
Roadhouse. He's one of
Very
the.
rarely is he, a super huge role.
He's one of the 900 actors in Cloud Atlas. He's part of that ensemble as well.
He was in
Um,
Mufasa?
yeah, who did he play in Mufasa?
Oh, that's what it had on his credits. I definitely don't remember him. He's got a pretty distinct voice.
Masigo?
I think this is malarkey. Oh no,
He's there.
Masego?
Masigo?
Gotta say, couldn't tell you who that is.
Good buddy. I've seen the film. You've seen the film. It's our favorite film of all time. And I couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. But you know what?
We're gonna figure it out.
I'm gonna figure it out. He's evidently in the Stuckman movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with that thing.
Oh boy. You got problems with Chris Stuckman?
No,
Okay. That didn't seem very much like an enthusiastic endorsement.
he was never. I've never.
Jay, what did you think about Stuckman doing that whole I'm not gonna make a negative review of if I don't like the movie? I'm not gonna make a review if I don't like the movie. You know what I'm talking about?
Masego is Mufasa's dad.
There you go. That's actually a pretty good get, honestly.
Yeah,
Um, no,
seems a
I'm not
little
even. I'm not.
derivative of James Earl Jones,
I'm
but
not. Yeah, but I'm also. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna say this. That's a good get. That's not a bit. That's. He's got a great voice. Like
no,
if
no,
you're
no, for sure. Man, that movie ended up making $723 million.
good for Barry Jenkins. But no. What did you think of? What do you think of that? Would you not make do a negative? I mean, you've done negative reviews. We've done negative reviews.
No, I think as a culture, as a film culture, we could afford to be more negative.
I know you're being facetious, but you're
No,
also
I'm
not.
not
You're
actually.
not kidding. I know you're
No, I'm
not.
not. I'm not kidding.
It sounded like you were being sarcastic, but
That's just my natural
that's just
state
your
of
natural state.
being.
Yes, it is. Um, I think that's highly performative. Then, and that
Well,
doesn't
it's
it
just a
doesn't mean you're
guy who now
honest.
is working. It's now a guy who's working in the industry and doesn't want to lose
Yeah, but
connections,
he
is
was doing that
what it is.
before. But it's also like people understand if you're negative. Like Tarantino goes out there and says like I hate fucking this movie and that fucking movie and this person that person. I mean, Spike goes out there and says I don't like this person and that person. Like people say they don't like movies all the time. Like it's okay to say that out loud. What is that? Not going to get you funding?
Not long form though. You
So
know.
if I went and made a movie because I didn't like, give me a bad movie this year
Um,
because I didn't like
Fixed.
if I didn't like Fixed, I'm not going to get funding for my movie.
Who knows?
That would be beyond stupid. Just going to put that out there. almost like the movie Fixed. Did you watch anything good on the plane?
We'll get to it.
Okay, we'll get to it. Any final thoughts you have on Dead Presidents?
Um,
I know we've kind of skirted away from the film.
yeah, I'm not sure this has been our
Finest
most
episode.
streamlined episode, but
But neither is the movie that we are reviewing today, technically, if we're being
this
fair.
movie is so violent. We have not really talked about the violence.
There is the great moment where Keith David has got the kid on the outside at the beginning of the film, and the guy steals his leg, and
That's really good.
and they're
He
like,
even knew which leg it was, and he stole
he
the wrong one.
he still knew, yeah, he's still the wrong one, and the shot of him on the ground with the gun, give my leg back. It made
It's
me
good.
it made me laugh. It's good stuff.
How
Good stuff.
about Bokeem Woodbine just carrying around a severed head?
Yeah, very yeah. That the
That
choice.
was disturbing and extreme.
Yes, exactly.
And
Um,
there are moments of violence where I am just like,
the Vietnam stuff's a lot.
it's not even a lot in the way that Platoon is a lot. It's a lot in the way that Saw is a lot.
Yeah, it's a little. It's not even a little. It's a lot of much. It's
It's
too
too
much.
much.
It's too much.
There's the
And we're not prudes.
PTSD.
We're
There's the
not prudes.
PTSD dream that looks like something from Friday the 13th.
Yeah. I mean, there's like the scene where he's cutting the chickens and it looks like he's cutting brains.
I
You
can't
know?
remember who the actor was who gets his. Is it Imperioli who gets his intestine shoved in his own mouth?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Just
Also,
a lot.
also Imperioli in this and to the reference earlier in Goodfellas.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Because he's the guy gets shot in the foot and then shot by Pesci in that film. Um,
It's just a lot in every way. It's trying to tackle a lot of ideas. It's trying to
it's extreme
spin a
violence, but
lot of
it
thematic
is.
plates, and it's
It's a
trying to
lot.
show it in the most extreme way possible.
I agree. I agree with you.
They shot
I,
it on a celery farm, the Vietnam stuff.
in Florida, right?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
it looks like it's in Florida. Let's be fair.
A lot of the time it
Yeah.
does. Yes.
I'm waiting for them to get the oranges at a certain point because it looks like Florida. I will. You said you didn't like the bank heist scene.
Yeah, I don't think it's very good.
I do think
And I think it's because of the violence.
yeah, man, you're usually a big violence guy.
I like violence, but for me
Yeah.
it felt a little phony and overbaked.
Like unnecessary.
The blood was too red.
Mm,
Um no, not unnecessary. I don't care about unnecessary. What is necessary?
that's true. No, I'm just asking you a question.
In the words of another guy from Hercules, Rip Torn.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go James Wood here. Your
No,
other guy. That would be a guy in your five.
he I lied. It's not Aronofsky. It's James Woods.
It's James Wood. That's what we're talking about.
Necessary. Necessary. Is it necessary to drink my own urine? No.
But
But
it's
it's sterile, and
sterile.
I
I
like
like
the
the
taste.
taste. It's a dodgeball quote out there for
Hmm.
you all. Um, that's a good movie. I like that movie. Very stupid. But I do love, honestly, the shot of the poster, which is also the shot behind me tonight. That makeup is incredible on
It's
him.
a great just
It's a
thing to look at.
it's a great image. It really
Yeah.
is. I just wish it paid off. Does that make sense? Like I wish it paid off, or
That there are great aesthetic
yeah,
flourishes
they've got
in this film.
that's the thing. And I think when we go to when we talk about From Hell next week, we can talk about where this era goes away, why this era goes away. Because
Well, they're part of the music. I mean, the music video generation, which some people dismissed as showy, unimportant crap.
yeah, but like these guys had a visual point of view and distinctive within the first two films. And within the middle of those, that second to third feature, a philosophy changes, Jay. massively. Maybe it's we want to make commercial films. Maybe it's we want to make more money. Maybe it's you can't make those kinds of films in the studio
I
system.
think that's it.
It's probably all
I
those.
think it's hey, black filmmakers only get one dud, and then we start running
Is
the
this a
show.
dud?
Uh,
Made 25 on a 10. It's a 2.5. Probably
bad
did okay.
reviews, bad reviews, middling box office,
Probably decent on home video. He probably pulled even.
maybe. I mean, it
I mean,
probably
it
made
did
some
pull. It
money.
did pull even off of probably just the
Yeah,
box office alone.
but I don't
It didn't make
think.
anybody money. That's the point. And it didn't.
Yeah,
And also, it's
it's off-putting.
it is. And he said pudding, not pudding.
Yeah,
Um, I think that's kind of best encapsulated by Raj. Can I read from Raj?
Mr. Ebert himself.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
He gave the movie 2.5 on a review, and he explained that the duo has a sure sense of the camera and of actors and of the life within a scene, but they are not as sure when it comes to story and meaning. And here is a film that feels incomplete as its last step is into thin air. Scene by scene, you feel its skill, but you leave the theater wondering about the meaning of it all. The early scenes were the best, according to him, but the film goes off the rail in the final act. A little bit
See,
almost on the
so
inverse there, but
yeah.
I think the sentiment is I agree with Raj on that one.
Actually, the best act of the movie is the first act.
You do think that the first act's the best act
Yeah, as I'm
because
thinking
it's
about it,
the
because
most
that's
lived
just
in with all
hanging
the
out. It's just
characters.
hanging out.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're just hanging out. I like hearing
maybe
Chris
you're right.
Tucker talk shit in the back of a milk truck.
I just think you let him monologue,
Yeah,
and he rules at that.
it really is like, oh, this guy's a star.
Let's just give him
Yeah,
all the opportunities to speak about anything he wants, and let's not be afraid to do that. No, I think yeah, I think you're right. I don't know. I like the setup of the third act, but that's probably the one that has the most. We're gonna preach the values of this
I
film kind of
yeah,
thing, but
that's the problem with the third act, and then the second act, I just think is such a chore.
I agree. No, we can 100% agree there. I think that all the Vietnam War stuff is a chore in a way that shouldn't feel that way, right?
Yeah,
And yeah, I would again say that this movie walks so that a movie like Defy Bloods and Mudbound and other films that come later get to run. And that's okay. But I still also think I do appreciate that a studio gave them this money.
mm-hmm.
They made this movie. It is 1,000% their voice. It is 1,000% them. And and even if it doesn't all work, they made the movie they want to make. And it's still fascinating enough of the fact that like they got to make something this bold for a second feature. The sad part of it is that they gave up trying to make movies like this.
And you know what studio funded it?
Which one?
Disney.
Disney. And that was Disney Miramax?
Hollywood Pictures, baby.
Oh, okay. Which is crazy, by the way. Who would be making this movie today? A24? Neon?
Yeah, neon, one of those. I don't know.
One of those. Look at you. Yeah, I don't want one
So
of
Warner
those.
Brothers not getting bought anymore?
The first bid didn't go through, but I'm not going to say that it won't happen.
Mm.
Very depressing stuff going on out there.
What is the difference between Touchstone and Hollywood Pictures? Seems like too many arms.
Seems like they also both neither exist anymore.
Well, that is true.
Yeah.
I always liked that Touchstone picture logo.
But like what was
I
it
don't even really
again?
know how to describe it. Is it like a lightning bolt? But it's like colored pencil? I don't know.
I don't remember. I don't remember, buddy. It's been a while since I've seen the
I
logo.
love Bokeem Woodbine.
whose logo I like the most is Bruckheimer, the whole like thunder and
The
this
bird.
yeah. Well, no, it's like a thunder, isn't it? Like
Oh
Bruckheimer's
no, I'm
like
thinking
the
of Ridley Scott. I'm
you're thinking
thinking of
Ridley,
Scott
buddy.
Free. Yeah,
I'm
the
thinking
Bruckheimer.
like down or like driving down the road in like the thunderstorm.
Oh yeah, back in the day, like
You saw that?
13 year old, you saw
You saw
the
Jerry
lightning bolt in the
Bruckheimer,
tree, you
and
knew you were in for a good time.
you knew you were vibing and rocking. And usually it was with the Scott brothers or
Or
sadly Michael.
Johnny D.
Oh, Johnny D.
Pirates.
We'll get to Johnny D next week
Yeah,
on this show.
he's on my
Je-
five.
is he in your five?
Yep.
Is Gerard Depardieu in your five?
I have a separate cell phone for Gerard. I have a burner for Gerard Depardieu.
That's fair. You just share recipes and terrible jokes.
Yeah, let's say that's what we talk about.
Jay,
Yeah.
before we get out of here,
Hmm.
we're going to test your award season knowledge based on the film we just reviewed, Dead Presidents. In a segment we like to call It's an Honor to Get Nominated. Now, Menace to Society, buddy, was not nominated for anything, unfortunately.
What?
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't know what to tell you, but we already litigated that. Dead Presidents, was this nominated for any Academy Awards, Jay?
No.
It was not. Unfortunately, it was not. This is the 96 Oscars, which was also for the film year of 1995.
Oh, so is this Braveheart?
This is the year of Braveheart.
Oh, my main
And your
man,
main
Mel.
man in your five, Mel Gibson, winning director and picture. Paul 13, El Pastino, The Postman, Sense and Sensibility, and Jay knows an all-time banger, Babe.
One of the best sports movies.
One of the best movies, period.
Hmm.
Babe. Those were the five. Would you
That
nominate?
rules so hard that it got nominated for an Oscar for Best Picture.
Same with James Cromwell as
He should
the
have won. He's
farmer.
better than Kevin Spacey in The Usual Suspects.
Really?
I
I
would
think they.
actually probably give that one to Ed Harris, but
Oh, for Apollo 13?
oh yeah,
That movie's great.
movie rules.
That movie rules. How did Hanks not get nominated? That's kind of
Hank's
wild.
fatigue, man.
Yeah, I feel like that Hanks fatigue happened.
Philadelphia, Forrest Gump.
Yeah, you could still nominate him though.
Those were the 2 years before.
Yeah, but you'd still nominate him. They nominate
Ensemble.
they
They're
nominate
like,
Meryl
eh.
like 900 times.
Oh,
Am I
this was the
wrong?
Casino year too.
Am I wrong? Yeah,
Uh,
Pesci should have got nominated for Casino.
Everybody should have been nominated for Casino. It's Martin Scorsese's best movie.
Whoa. I forgot that you think that.
Yeah.
I watched oh, well, we'll talk about that in a minute, I guess. Um would you nominate Dead Presidents in any category?
No.
Yeah, sadly, unfortunately not. That's okay though.
That's okay.
It's okay. We don't always have to nominate something on this show. It can just
Definitely
be
not the first time, won't be the last.
But you know what, buddy? I'm glad it exists. I am glad
I'm
that
glad it exists too. I wish we got a lot more movies like Dead Presidents.
Yeah, I wish people were able to make the swings that it feels like they used to
This
be
is
able
the
to make.
Crimson Tide year.
We don't get to make swings anymore like this anymore, buddy. Oh, Crimson Tide.
Already
Oh
done this year
man,
before.
we have done this for year a couple times. Crimson Tide, maybe the best movie of that year.
Mm.
No, Heat's this year, right? Heat.
Yeah, Heat is this year.
Yeah, that's
so
just, this is a Heat.
you fool.
Yeah. Well, okay. Crimson Tide, Heat. Those are great movies. Obviously, Heat's better, but Crimson Tide, just as good.
I don't know. If you think Crimson Tide's better, good for you.
That's a good movie. I'm not going to argue against it.
Dang, this is a good year.
It's a good year. It's a really good year. Yeah. I like these movies. Jay.
7, Heat.
Yeah. Oh, 7.
Before Sunrise.
Before Sunrise.
Clueless.
Good movie.
Casino.
Good
Toy
movie.
Story. Hello.
Okay.
Got to cross those bridges.
Oh, the bridges in Madison County?
You got to cross those
You gotta
bridges.
cross those bridges. Oh my God. I watched that like a month or two ago, and oh, she's so that's my favorite Meryl performance. Easily.
Safe. That's another one we covered on the
Oh,
show.
I love Safe. That was a
Um,
great episode.
mm-hmm. Dead
Not to pat
Man,
ourselves on the back. Dead Man, that's good. Good
12
movie.
Monkeys,
12
Crimson
Monkeys,
Tide,
good.
Apollo 13, A Little Princess. That's a good movie.
That's a good movie. Some good stuff.
Yeah, it's a really good
95.
year.
When we used to have a really deep
Lahain.
binge. Ooh. We used to have really good movie years, man. We're
I
banger
mean, we
after banger.
still do.
Are we? I think we're kind of living in one right now.
No, this year stinks.
Well, you haven't seen everything.
I know.
I've seen a
You haven't
lot of
seen Fixed.
it. Sure. You see Hamnet, and I'll watch Fix. All right.
Okay. Well,
All
I
right.
am going to, so you have to watch Fixed now.
Really? I have to watch Fix? Are you fucking
Mm-hmm.
kidding me? You know what I
You
still need to
just
watch?
made your own bed.
Jay, have you watched the K-pop Demon Hunters?
No.
I still need to watch that.
Yeah, I need to watch it too.
Yeah. I've heard it's good. People like it. I'm surprised Jet hasn't listened to Golden and gotten obsessed with it.
Yeah, he's not watching
Kids,
that.
kids love those damn songs.
He ain't watching no K-pop Demon Hunters
Well,
at
I'm,
age 3.
he doesn't need to watch it, but he could hear the song on the radio. It's catchy.
Well, we'll see how much I like the songs in the movie and if I will be playing it.
Okay. All right. Well, who sounds like a prude now? You know? Mm.
You know how many
Mr.
people
I
watch
came from
the
France and sound like Mr. Around here.
you know how many people watched the 1996 Oscars?
48 million.
45.
Damn, I was close. When we used to be a society that was cultured and went to the movies. Um, Jay,
Do you know how many people watched the 2025 Oscars?
11,
20, actually.
20. Oh, okay. All right.
But if you look at the share,
Yeah.
that's a 9% share. And before it was a 30% share.
It's not great.
Not great.
Well, to be fair, the Oscars are the second best live telecast still in all of live telecasts,
Well,
next to the Super Bowl.
more people watch the Oscars than the College Football National Championship.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like the football games that were like this past weekend, 8 million was the high of people watching that. It also doesn't help that that's on ESPN as opposed to being on like, I think like ABC or Super Bowls are usually
That is
on.
true.
Yeah. So, but they also don't
All
take into account
right.
streaming platforms as well either. So, you'll never know what the real number of these things are.
That's
Um,
true.
Jay, can you tell everybody where they can find you and all your work on the internet, buddy, as well as also your recommendation of the week?
Yeah, for sure. All right, I'm
So, like, you
looking
got a good
at
recommendation?
the Oscars were the 13th highest viewed thing in 2024.
They were? Okay.
You know what the top 12 were? Excuse me, 11
Okay.
NFL football games.
I was going to say, there's just NFL football games.
Mm-hmm.
But if you take all those football games out and you're just,
Then it is number one. Well, I mean, there's number two. Presidential debate was number one,
oh, okay.
and
Oh,
then
really?
the
Oh, okay.
Oscars.
Oh, the one
Remember that one?
with Harris and Trump? I would
Uh,
assume so, that one.
I would assume the
What,
first one, the
what with
Biden
Biden
one.
on CNN?
No, because it's in September.
Yeah. So it would be the Harris
Oh
one.
yeah, yeah. That one was just on CNN, wasn't it?
I think, ugh, yeah. That was rough. Um,
That was a tough one.
Outro recommendation.
All right. Letterbox J Ledbetter, Twitter at Mr. J Ledbetter. Any writing I'm doing over at awardswatch.com. Movie recommendation of the week. Like Ryan mentioned, and we have already discussed. I was in Europe for the last 12 days. Flight home, watched 4 films.
4 films.
hmm
You don't sleep on planes, do you?
I was actively trying not to on the way home so that I could sleep when I got home.
Fair. Okay.
So
What
the
did you
four
watch on the
movies,
way there? Did you watch stuff on the way there?
no, I slept on the way there.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Or at least I tried. I don't remember. That
Yeah.
was a blur.
Time's a blur for you, buddy.
Yeah.
I understand.
But I watched 4 films. The first film I watched,
Hmm.
inspired by the new Taylor Swift album, I watched The Last Showgirl.
Oh, okay.
Not very good, in my opinion. Kind of annoying.
How
Uh,
was the selection, by the way, on the plane?
weak,
Well,
weak. It was
we're,
it was Air France.
oh.
So I mean, a lot of French stuff. Which
Interesting. Because, like, when I was flying with them recently from Cannes, they had a good selection.
oh, I know what I watched on the way there. I watched one movie on the way over there, and it was The Big Lebowski, and I was hooting and hollering.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a
Um.
good movie.
Anyway, Air France selection was not very good. It was all newer stuff, and
Mm,
I mean, I guess for someone not like you or me, it was
they would
really
have
good because it's like, oh, I can catch up with Sinners. I can catch up with Mission Impossible.
Black Bag.
Uh, yeah, Black Bag. But for me, it was a little disappointing.
Okay.
Second film I watched,
Mm-hmm.
The Accountant 2.
Well, now we're talking about pure
Um,
cinema.
I didn't like it.
I don't know how you didn't like that movie.
I didn't like it. Although I will say it should never be allowed to be watched outside of a plane. You should have to watch that movie on a plane.
All the accountant movies you're saying.
Yeah, Delta Plus.
Can we just talk about how Delta Plus is stupid?
How what? How what?
Delta Plus is stupid.
Is that a thing?
So Delta Plus is like, so you got your regular seats, right?
Oh, it's called Delta Premium Plus.
Delta Premium Plus.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the Delta Premium Plus section, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's just a little bit of legroom, like barely like a couple of inches. It's no different than the other seats.
Yeah.
And then you have the actual nice
The first
amenities.
class, first
Well,
class. Yeah.
well, like for your flight internationally, then you have what would essentially be like a normal first class section, and then you have the sleeping pods.
Mhm.
Did you guys have the sleeping pods on your plane?
No, we did not have the sleeping
Okay,
pods. We had whatever was behind that. It was great though.
just first
Before
class.
we just all that we had flown was regular economy. It was a game changer.
So it
That
was a
flight
game changer
flew
for you.
by.
Oh, all right, okay,
But Accountant 2,
not great
a little
for
too
you.
goofy for me. A
Mm.
little too goofy for me.
I liked it.
Uh,
I thought you would be vibing with me on it.
it does seem like something I would like. However, I did
It
not
does
like
seem
it.
like a movie you and I would vibe
It
on.
is a
And
stupid action movie starring John Bernthal. I should have loved it. It is a real stain.
do you think you would watch it again? Maybe give it another try
That's possible.
on
That's
land.
possible.
I think that might
That's
be up there.
possible. Third
Yeah.
movie I watched, action film by the name of Mad Max Fury Road.
Heard of it?
Masterpiece, one of the best movies ever
You know
made.
that the Ringer podcast, they just put it at number 9 on their 25 for 25.
I mean,
Just
solid placement.
I would even bump it higher.
Wow.
It's a top fiver.
Anyway, watch that one where it should be watched on a plane. And the
Wait, did
last
the
thing I
wife watch
watched,
these with you or just you by yourself?
no, just me by myself. She
Okay.
watched Crazy
Oh,
Stupid Love
oh,
and
yeah.
We're the Millers and Materialists.
Oh, what did she think of Materialist?
Well, that was actually her second watch of Materialist after not liking it the first time.
And the second time?
Um, she
Still
was like,
issues?
"Yeah, it's basically the same."
Okay. Well,
I don't know that that was the most active watch she's ever had, but
yeah.
she was still like, Dakota Johnson's so flat. Her affectation is so flat. And I'm like,
And you're like,
yeah, but she,
she's an important person.
yeah,
Yeah.
she definitely knows that is how I feel.
Yeah.
All right, but the last one I watched and the one that I'm going to recommend
Hmm.
is an animated film
called
by the name
Fixed.
of
Just kidding.
The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie, which
Interesting.
I believe you can watch on Max or whatever it's called now. I don't know. Is it HBO Max now?
HBO Max. Yeah.
HBO Max. Yeah, it's just a 90-minute Looney Tunes movie that is so funny and has amazing animation.
Mm.
I'm not sure it entirely earns its 90-minute runtime, but it's essentially about Daffy Duck and Porky Pig trying to thwart an alien invasion, and hilariousness ensues. It has 7,000 jokes a minute, and there's stuff just sitting in the background that will make you laugh. I had a great, great time with it. So I recommend checking that one out. The Day the Earth Blew Up.
All right. I'm gonna have to check it out. I heard it.
Yeah,
I've heard good stuff, but never caught up with it. But if anybody's the Looney Tunes expert around here, it's my boy Jay Ledbetter because
absolutely.
he loves those Looney Tunes. He loves
Foghorn Leghorn.
if there's anything about Jay, I know he loves the Looney Tunes and he loves the Muppets.
Yep.
He's a Muppet guy.
Definitely a Muppets one, but I like my tunes.
He likes his tunes.
How
You
you
can.
feel about Pepe Le Pew?
Is there like a problem with that character?
Yeah, we're not supposed to talk about him anymore.
Why?
He's a predator.
Really?
Yeah, you can't talk about Pepe Le Pew anymore. Like they don't include him in anything anymore.
Do you have strong opinions about that?
No, I don't care. I was just wondering. I know you're
Do I?
his, but I know you're his buddy.
It's only fair that you threw that joke right back at me.
How about Speedy
Um,
Gonzalez?
who gives a shit?
You're not supposed to talk about him either.
I don't give a fuck. All right. Talk about them. Like, you can't erase the past. You can only make the future better.
You know what else just came out?
What?
Roadrunner was on the Epstein list.
Oh, God damn it. All right. Well, no wonder he's been running away for so long. You think they should release that? No, we're not going to go down that hole. No, we're not going to do that. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Letterbox, and Blue Sky at Ryan McQuade 77. You can find out my work here at awardswatch.com. If you like podcasts, we have the main show that releases every week. iTunes, Spotify, 5-star reviews. We greatly appreciate it. While you're over on the website, please sign up for the newsletter. It's the best place to get all the news, reviews, podcasts, and festival coverage and everything in between, predictions, all in one place. Recommendation of the week. You did two. Well, you did four technically.
I was just running through my log.
Can I run through a little bit of mine?
I'll allow it.
Okay. So, wife and I have been doing some Halloween watches,
Oh
rewatches.
my God, hurry up. I take
We.
it back. You can only do one.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, fine.
No. What have you been watching?
Well, we watched the film for next week, and we'll get our thoughts on that. She watched The Others for the first time. You ever see The Others?
You know what? I never have, and it's been on my Halloween list for a while.
You got the Criterion
I do not.
4K on that. It's really good. We watched Evil Dead 2 because it's starting to become Raimi
Great
season
film.
because Raimi's
We're
coming
getting a
back.
Raimi.
We're getting a Raimi here very
The
soon.
first non-IP Raimi since 2009.
What was that? Oh, Drag Me to Hell.
Mm-hmm.
This is with Dylan O'Brien and the most important person of all, Rachel McAdams.
Oh, I just watched Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret.
Oh man, talk about a
Good movie.
great movie, a great movie. But I have to save my two recommendations actually for the week. One is maybe the stupidest movie I've watched. I hadn't seen it in like maybe 15, 20 years. It was one of the dumbest movies I've watched in recent memory. What Lies Beneath
Oh,
from Bobby Z.
yeah, that movie.
Very
I,
interesting,
I wish it was really good.
very interesting movie for the first half, and then the second act. What the fuck is that ending? It's so weird and
Yeah, it's bizarre.
it's very bizarre. You know, what's his face? The guy that's in all the Marvel movies, who plays like Agent Coulson, wrote that damn thing. Clark Gregg.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think I
And
knew that actually.
Ford as a bad guy Kind of dug it. Wish you
That's
would do
kind
that.
of the
That's
hook.
that's the hook of it. And Michelle
Yeah.
Pfeiffer. I mean, important person. Um,
Ding ding ding.
but my recommendation of the week is actually a movie that is releasing and already released in theaters. It's Mary Brownstein's latest film, "If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You," starring Rose
One I
Byrne.
really am looking forward to seeing.
Fascinating film about just this woman navigating her child's illness, her husband being absent from their lives because of work, being a therapist, having to deal with her therapy and her emotions and lack thereof of care and compassion in her life. And all these sort of events start happening. A lot of people are trying to give it the number one thing you hate as a label on things, Jay, which is try to give it
Uh-oh.
the Lynchian tag, which
Mm.
I know you don't like that. I don't like it either. But I don't necessarily know if I think that it's got the whole Lynch surrealist, multi-layered. I think it's a little bit more straightforward of a film than that. It does have some of that stuff in there, surrealism, but not really like full on goes that whole way. I just think it's a really fascinating kind of propulsive psychological thriller, and Rose Byrne is absolutely incredible in this movie.
Been one of our best for a minute now.
One of our best, another I would say important person.
What are we thinking? We thinking statue?
I don't know if she can win. I think the nomination would be the win because I don't know where
Mm.
the rest of it. But it's such a it's directorially just actually very calculated and brilliant, and she's wonderful. ASAP Rocky's in it, and he's really good.
Big year for ASAP Rocky.
Conan O'Brien's in it, and he's very good as well too in a
Mm.
couple of scenes. They cast a really annoying kid as the kid, which is very effective for what this movie is.
Great.
I really enjoyed it, and I was very surprised. It is, though, the opposite of One Battle After Another. And it is an hour and 40 minutes that feels like 3 hours, but that it's the point because you're supposed to feel in the dread and this exhausting journey that she's going on emotionally. And I thought that that was really effective in the pacing and the lingering of the storytelling. And yeah, it's easily some of the best work Rose Byrne's ever done. I wouldn't say it's her best performance. It's no Spy,
You know
but
what movie I've decided is kind of good?
I'm scared what you're gonna say. But let's say it. Go
Just
ahead.
in the vein of this, it just got me thinking about movies
I'll
about
allow
motherhood.
it. Okay.
I think Night Bitch is kind of good.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? We're about to end this episode, and you're gonna say something like that. You know, I'll allow you to say it. And you're not biased at all because that's not your original important person at all. Amy Adams.
Look, Amy Adams obviously extremely important to me,
Mm-hmm.
but that movie I
Uh,
think understands toddler parenting as much as like any movie I've seen in a long time.
that's fair. I think that
The
this movie.
dog stuff doesn't work at all.
Okay. Yeah,
The everyday life stuff,
that
I
works really
think,
well.
works really well.
I
Yeah.
think if you think that works well, I think then you'll really enjoy this because I think this movie kind of like
Yeah.
elevates
I'm
beyond
really
that.
looking forward to that one.
Yeah,
That's one
I think
high on the
this.
list of most anticipated for the rest of the year.
Yeah, it's one that I just caught up with, and I was kind of like, I'm an idiot. I should have watched this sooner. I think you're really going to enjoy it, buddy. Next week we'll be back. We'll be continuing our series on the Hughes brothers. We will be talking about From Hell for Halloween week, I believe, if
Hell
I'm not
yeah.
mistaken. So very excited to talk about that film. And until then, we will see you all next time.